Hi everyone, this is Jared Lantern, and I'm here with a prop review. Today I'm reviewing first of all, I'm reviewing my very first clown prop that I've ever purchased, ever owned. Never thought I would really be interested in getting clown props. They never really interested me in the past, but being that I'm doing a carnival theme this year, it's kind of necessary to get some. As I said in my previous video, I'm not doing like an overload of clowns. Just basically one room out of many to be devoted to clowns. There's not too many clown animatronics that I am interested in. This was one of them that I was. I do plan on making a few like of my own static props with like costumes and masks. But again, like not an overload of clowns in my haunt. But this is one that I really liked. So there was another swinging clown prop on the market, and this one I'm not exactly sure of the name. It's gone by a couple different names. One was, I think Trendy Halloween had it labeled as the suicidal swinging clown. Spirit Halloween had it labeled as simply just the animated swinging clown, as did other sites. But there's another one. This one, of course, is kind of like a standing trapeze artist clown, and the other one is kind of sitting down on a traditional swing. I didn't really care for that one because he just spoke too many phrases. The music was very it was almost like sailor type of music, and it didn't make any sense at all for a clown. And this one has, like the creepy circus carnival music, and he just laughs. And, as I've said before, I much prefer props and animatronics where the sound is just constant sound effects or laughter as opposed to phrases. And this is exactly what this one does. So, this is an older prop, so I'm sure you guys have all seen it before. He does swing. He turns his head side to side, and his eyes light up. There is the swing mechanism up there. That is the same swinging mechanism that they have for all of these type of swinging props. I'm not a huge fan of that particular mechanism. I think it could be reconfigured to be a little easier to adjust and to be a little more stable. And we'll get to that in a second. As to where I bought this, I purchased this at a year-round Halloween store down in the Los Angeles area. It's called a Halloween Club, and I was told by the store owner that it was a new prop. It definitely was not the truth. They had one that was at a very deep discount of I want to say it was like $50, but nothing worked on it. He didn't swing, head didn't turn, so he's basically a static prop. And honestly, if I scoot back a little bit, he actually works pretty decent as a static prop. He's obviously not doing anything right now. But if you have the option to get a product that's supposed to be animated, obviously you'll want that. And then he told me this was brand new, never been used. Well, not too much to my surprise when I got it out of the box. It obviously had been used before. And I'm not saying that it was sold and someone used it and they returned it to the store, but I'm saying at least it was used as a store display. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little more details because of what I've seen. I think it was used as a store display. So for starters, all along the edges here of the swing where the rope is, there's all these zip ties that have been tied along the side there. I'm not sure if that's the way it came. And then there's this cable right here that comes along the side of him that has also been zip tied down there. And this is basically the cable that comes from the swinging mechanism down to the base of the prop. And so it was just kind of weird to see all these kind of zip ties holding this cable into place because of all the videos I'd seen online, I'd never seen that on there. In addition to it being obviously used as a display, was they had used this piece of wood. This was attached to the swinging mechanism. Now this actually worked really well, and it fit really well. I just, for this particular video, I could not use it because, as you can see, it's way too short for the doorway that I had planned it for. And I did a very crude, as you can see, an apparatus there to hold the swinging mechanism. Just a metal pole that I duct tape onto the door frame there. This is all gonna get painted soon, so I didn't really care if there was gonna be damage with the duct tape. But anyway, to get to the prop itself, I do like most of it. There is definitely aspects I do not like about it. The face, I think, is great. The face looks very realistic. The colors and the eyes, and especially the teeth, make him look super realistic. The costume, I really like. The costume is like super old-fashioned clown. I'm gonna throw a lot of people off on this one, but there's this old opera called Pagliacci, and this is exactly what his costume kind of reminds me of. But it is like a super old-fashioned vintage type of clown costume, which I really liked. The hat, while I do like the hat, it's just hard to kind of position because you spend a lot of time, fixing it up to, puff it out a little bit, only to have to eventually just press it down so the Velcro works with it. So that kind of sucks, but I do like the hair. It kind of has two different shades of it. I absolutely despise the hands. I don't know if he's supposed to be like wearing gloves, or if he's supposed to have like skeletal hands or something. They just look horrible because you really can't position them on the rope to make it look like he's holding the rope to be swinging on it. They kind of just plop right against the rope there, so it just looks kind of funky. Again, I do like the detail effects on the clothing here. And I don't think they really overdid it in terms of like I don't know if they're supposed to be just like blood stains or whatever. I think it's pretty good. The only thing I think they did overdo is right here on the bottom of the mouth. It's a kind of a mixture of just his makeup and also, I guess, blood. But the paint job is just kind of sloppy. But overall, it's a pretty, decent detailed prop. Now I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see more of his composition. So compared to the videos that I've seen, he's not standing as upright as I've seen in other videos. He's kind of like slouched over. And this was another thing that made it obviously a used prop, was where his feet are affixed to the bar down there. They were all screwed up. There's basically like a Velcro strap around the bar, and then there's Velcro on the bottom of his feet that they just rest upon it. But they were all, either the glue had come undone or the Velcro had come undone. So now he's kind of just like slouching to the left side there. I'm trying to make him lean more towards to the right hand side so he's more centered. But anyway, that's another minor, problem issue that I had with it. The price that I got him at, I believe he was originally sold there for $130, and then he was reduced to $100. And then they had when we went to the store, they had a sale, a 20% off sale for your entire purchase. So I basically got him for $80, which is, not too bad. He does work, he does function completely otherwise, besides, just his actual flaws that he has. But let's go ahead and turn him on so you can see his animation. So one thing I will say is that his swinging motion is pretty lame when connected to my horrible structure up here. When he is connected to something more stable, like the wood that I showed you earlier, he does swing a lot better. So I'm going to try to hold him from up here. It's going to be pretty difficult. But I'm going to hold him so you can see that he does swing better once he's more stable at the top. So I'm just going to hold it here. And so he has a lot better momentum of swinging once the top of the mechanism is more secure to whatever apparatus you have him holding from. And then, as you can see, once I let go, then he just kind of has like a very subtle side-to-side movement, not so much a swinging movement. And he does have volume control, which is nice. I have him turned down right now. When he's on full volume, he's pretty loud. I really do like the head movement. He really does go all the way from the left to the right. And here is, again, if you've never seen one of these swing mechanisms, it's basically just two straps of Velcro strapped onto each other to grasp onto it. The tighter it is to whatever you have it tied onto, the better swinging motion you get. He runs on motion sensor, Try-Me, and step pad, and also constant on. And I have him on constant on right now. So other than the complaints that I have that are not of the prop's fault of its own, which is basically being told it was a new prop when it really isn't. My complaints for the prop really only lie with the quality of some of the aspects. Again, the hands, the feet could have done a lot better. And again, the swinging motion, the swinging mechanism, I should say, is not the best. But, you know, once you really properly secure it to something much better than what I have here, the swinging motion is a lot more prevalent, I guess you would say. So I'm going to, you know, see about all these zip ties and stuff, which, so I'm not digging this cord that just kind of goes all along the side here. I don't think that's supposed to be there, but we'll see. For the price that I got him at, you know, I'm happy with it. I think it'll go good where I have it planned to go. And so there it is, my review for my very first ever clown animatronic. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I guess I should rate it. I've gone back to my classic of 1 through 10. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give him let's give him a 7. So not the best, but not horrible either. I think he's definitely better than average. As far as swinging props go, I think he's definitely one of the better swinging props available out there. So now I can say thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep it creepy.